Hello everybody, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the new Gans 356 AIR UM Cubicle Edition, which is a collaboration between Gans and the Cubicle, and so the Gans has made a magnetic one working with the Cubicle. So I am going to be also comparing it to the Weilong GTSM, which is a magnetic one, and also Cubicle Premium AIR without magnets. So let's go ahead and open this up, see what's inside. So we've got this giant pamphlet, which if some of you remember, I actually took one and laminated it because it's actually a really useful pamphlet. And then we've got some spring options, obviously, the cube, and a new pamphlet, and this is basically a collaboration pamphlet between them. So in this one we've got white, blue, and green springs, and we can also see that there's a clear tool. So we've got a clear tool that allows you to adjust things, and then in this one we've got the orange, red, and yellow springs, and it's got a metal tool. So let's get on with the cube and see what it's like. Now I watched Cubix's video. He did a first impressions and a review. In the first impressions he really liked it, in the review not as much. I'll link both of those below, and same with JR Cuber's video he just made on this as well. So let's go on with first turns. I gotta say, these magnets are not nearly as strong as they are in the GTSM, and I agree with other reviews that when you're turning it, you don't really feel the magnets. When you turn it slow, you do. And you can see that it is definitely springing back. So comparing it with the Cubicle Premium one, this one, honestly, it feels a little bit faster. This one here, it feels... You know what? The speeds are about the same. The speeds are about the same on them. This one here, just, it feels like there's more friction than this. Like, the speeds are the same. It's just, I don't know why. It's a different feeling. Maybe because this one's set up by the premium stuff with their lubes and everything, and this one probably is stock lube. That could be it. But yeah, definitely feel the magnets in there. It's not as strong by far as this. Like this one, you can kind of just hear, and the magnets are very strong, and in this one they're not as strong. Honestly, I prefer the magnets in this one so far. Yeah, really nice cube. But as you can see, everything's lining up the way it's supposed to. And so apparently, let's just see if I can take it apart. There is no screw. So in a regular Gans, there's a screw there, and so they put the magnets in here, but they removed the screw and then glued this entire thing in, which actually decreases the weight by barely anything. So it actually is lighter than a stock Gans AIR, even though this one is not stock. But so it's lighter than the usual one, even though it has the magnets in it, which is a really cool feature. The only problem with that is that if a magnet became loose and started jiggling around, you wouldn't be able to get in there to re-glue it. But Phil has told me on the GTSM that they have quality control and the magnets will not come out of this. And if they did, they would make it right. But this is a mass-produced one. This isn't a Cubicle Labs produced one, so I don't know what their policy is around that. Maybe when I do my full review, I'll be able to give you some more information. But I've been pretty hard on the GTSM, and I've never had anything. I've dropped it. I've been pretty hard on the cube, and nothing has ever happened. Alright guys, so I'm going to go and solve on this, and I'll show you guys some solves, and I'm not going to show you the pieces because I've done that already in a previous one, exactly the same pieces, just with magnets, but I will show you guys some solves, and then I'll come back and finish my first impressions. So I'm not sure if all of the cubes come with purple springs in it, but this one did, and I'm assuming that all of the stock ones are going to come with purple springs. I talk about this a little bit more during the end of my video, and I actually show you the purple spring. But I've had this puzzle for a whole day now. I've been solving on it all day, basically, done a few hundred solves on it. And you know what, the purple springs, it's just, it's not really for me, I don't think. Now, Phil, as I talk about later again, recommended either the white or the yellow, so I'm going to give those ones a shot. But for our first impressions, I'm only really kind of reviewing it as a first impressions, how it comes out of the box, without doing anything to it. Anything I do to it will be mentioned in the review. that comes later. Anyways, yeah, it starts to feel a little bit looser now. The factory lube has started to wear in quite a bit and work its way around, and the cube is breaking in. And yeah, I mean, it is starting to feel quite a bit loose now, to the point where I was thinking maybe I should tighten those springs a little bit or swap them out. But you know, then I really like to keep my first impressions as the first impressions, how it comes out of the box. So I didn't end up doing that. But still, it is a very good pleasure to solve with, and if I can fix this loose type of feeling to it, definitely a huge contender for my main. I mean, right now I'm using the Cubicle Labs Weilong GTSM, and I get really good times with that. I get my average. It's a very inspiring puzzle to play on. But this puzzle here, it's got the smoothness of the Gans with the magnet now, so it's really tempting to really, you know, give it a good shot at being my main. So I am going to set it up because I like to change my main once in a while, and this is a very, very promising cube to do that with. So I'm hoping I can set it up properly. Anyways, let's finish this video. Alright guys, so first of all, I am very impressed with this puzzle. I am getting very good times. I'm getting my average with it. I'm getting also some really lucky solves with it too. Lucky solves don't mean a whole lot though, because I mean really it's a lucky scramble. But I do get my average with this, and I will say that the, you know, like the strength of the magnets are definitely not nearly as much as the cubicle. It could also just be that they may be the same strength. It's just that, you know, it's two different puzzles. Like, you know, this one's a Weilong GTS, this one's an AIR, and they move different, so maybe that's going to have an impact on the resistance, you know, the feel of the resistance, plus they're lubed differently and all that kind of stuff. So I can't say for sure if the magnets are the same or not, but this one definitely, you feel the magnets when you go slow, like I said, but when you're actually speed solving it, you don't really feel the magnets. Yeah, so anyways, I have different springs to try in this, so I will, you know, go through that in my, you know, final review of this puzzle as well. I talked to Phil, so I know that in here are the purple springs, so you can kind of see that they're purple. Phil said that he uses the white springs, and Felix Zemdegs uses the yellow springs, and through their experimenting at the cubicle, they said that it's basically white, yellow, and purple are really the only ones that are useful with this. So I'm going to give those a try first. I will try all of them, but mostly I think I'm going to concentrate on the white, yellow, and purple. Well, thanks to the cubicle for sending me this puzzle. I was really looking forward to it. It's definitely promising. Is it going to be my new main? I have no idea. I got to try all these springs, and I got some new lube from the cubicle as well that I'll be making a test video on and all that kind of stuff, and just see how I can, you know, make it good, and, you know, see what I prefer on it, and then I can do my review from there. Probably take me about a week or so, because there really is a lot to go through with all the springs and stuff, but so far very promising, and I would recommend this puzzle. It is $47.50, I believe, at the cubicle.us, link at the top of the description, but I believe at this moment they are out of stock of it. I don't know if they got a lot or if it's just like sold really fast, because finally it's, you know, there's no restriction by Cubicle Labs. They're only restricted by how many they were given by Gans to sell. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.